Governor. We start with VES, V-E-S, in Hanover, who writes in, school taxes are carried on the backs of property owners in each borough. This depresses property values in PA. Out-of-state residents learn of the school property tax and run the other way. Pennsylvania could add a sales tax that would replace and broaden the tax base for schools. Why don't we do this? You know, this comes down to things that have been tried and just haven't been workable in this legislature, correct?
Yeah, well, it's a great idea, Vess. The property tax, I think, you're absolutely right, is an unfair tax.
Horrible tax. It's just the worst.
It is. So I get that, and it's why in my budget address in March of 2015, I proposed about a $3.8 billion property tax relief. I kept it separate from this. It's not in this budget, but I am committed to it. I ran on it, and I think we need to have property tax relief. The funding for it, there are only two broad-based state taxes, so if you're going to replace local property taxes with a state tax, it's either going to be a personal income tax or a sales tax or a combination of those two, and that's basically what everybody who's really focused on property tax relief is focused on. So, but I certainly agree with Vess that property taxes are a problem.
Rebecca from Erie wrote in, I want to know why widows and widowers over 50 get property tax and tax rebates when single people do not. I am 61. I've been I have been having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. The only difference is I don't have a spouse that died. It's an archaic law. Make the rebate for everyone over 50 who financially qualifies, or save even more and take it away from widows and widowers also.
Yeah, Rebecca makes a good point. I think the solution really is to have, again, real and substantial property tax relief so that we are bringing relief to everybody, including Rebecca.
And you know, this is reflective of this is the number one issue people write in every single month.
And I think Pennsylvanians are right to look at it. It is a bad tax.
Yeah. Anthony in Pittsburgh wrote in, Dear Governor Wolf, please tell me why in none of your conversations regarding the budget do I hear you speak of pension reform, downsizing our state government, and cutting the wasteful spending before raising our taxes in a state whose taxes are already burying the middle class. Why do you insist on increasing spending while the state is billions in the red?
Well, I think Anthony makes a good point. I do actually, if you recall, the budget compromise that I agreed to actually went farther than any governor, Republican or Democrat, in reforming our pension system. So I understand how important that is. We do have commitments that have come from the past, so that regardless of how much we changed it in 2010 to some big reform. And again, I went along with and supported real reform this round. Didn't make it to my desk, unfortunately, but I understand that is something we have to do. I'm also looking at other ways to make government more efficient. I started right from day one an initiative that I call Go Time to make $150 million of savings this year and continue with that every year. Because we need to make government not just downsize it, but make it more efficient so that we're doing more with less. And Anthony is absolutely right. We've got to continue to do that. I'm committed to that. Again, what we're coming up with in 2016-17 is I just don't know how to cut $2 billion in the next 3 months.